I'm Macy Egland. You can weigh in today on a crucial part of a proposed casino near the Nassau Coliseum. The Hempstead Town Board is holding a rezoning hearing this afternoon. Even though Las Vegas Sands won't seek a casino license, it's looking for a third party to take over its bid. Applications are due at the end of June. A second lawsuit filed against the town of Huntington over a Melville development plan. Now, opponents say the resolution approving the overlay district did not consider negative environmental impacts. The plan would bring 1,500 apartments to the hamlet. Only in Newsday, NUMC's parent company is nearly $1.5 billion in the red. A spokesman blames part of the deficit on salaries and benefits negotiated before current leadership took over. State lawmakers recently approved a plan to take added control of the hospital board. Only in Newsday, a spike in tick bites. The CDC says ER visits for bites in the Northeast are at their highest level since 2019. And doctors say the Lone Star tick is becoming more widespread in Suffolk.
It's important to follow what the ticks are carrying and what they can transmit to us.
And Lyme disease remains the most common tick-borne disease on Long Island. A new chapter for a library in Glen Head. A $12 million renovation is currently underway at the Gold Coast Library. It's on track to be completed in July. Let's take a look at your weather now. Nice today, but we do have more rain on the way. Let's take a look outside right now. Beautiful start to your Tuesday at Ponquag Beach in Hampton Bays. This afternoon, we will get up into the low 70s across much of the island. We'll see partly sunny skies, a little bit of a breeze, not bad. However, rain moves in tomorrow evening. We could see more showers on Thursday. We do dry out for a bit Friday during the day, but it is wet at night. Saturday, you see more rain chances. Sunday and Monday right now are looking good. The sun returns, highs in the upper 60s and low 70s.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
The Long Island National Cemetery is the final resting place for heroes from the Afghanistan War all the way back to the Civil War. And veterans are doing their part to make sure every gravesite is treated with reverence and respect. Our Virginia Huey has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
A sea of souls saluted in silence with dignity and respect. This is Long Island National Cemetery in Farmingdale, where more than 357,000 military heroes from the Civil War to the War on Terror are laid to rest. Tending to the sprawling 364 acres are caretakers with a sense of duty.
Well, my mission is to serve those who have served before me and future people. We want to make sure that everyone here that is being buried or already has been buried is taken care of for the life of, well, the earth.
37-year-old Eddie Lopez joined the ranks of Long Island National Cemetery caretakers in 2018 after serving in the Navy. Lopez had no experience setting headstones, laying down mulch, or operating heavy machinery, but he felt a calling.
This place is a sacred hollow ground. We need to make sure that we maintain it at the best beautiful standard that we possibly can.
16 caretakers are charged with keeping this hallowed ground pristine. Nearly all of the workers are veterans.
You feel like you're still serving even after service.
30-year-old Army veteran Donald Roy served as a military police officer and honor guard at West Point Cemetery before coming to Long Island.
It's all about finding the purpose after service, I like to say to people. Because a lot of veterans, they get out and they feel lost, and this place kind of makes me feel like I'm giving back.
Sometimes through rain and snow, freeze and thaw, a warrior's headstone can fall out of line. These are the men who set them straight. No detail is too small.
Whether it be opening grave sites for future interments, lowering caskets of loved ones, or closing up the gravesite and making sure that the gravesite is nice, clean, and beautiful, so that way when the family members attend, they know that their gravesite's been taken care of.
The importance of their work goes far beyond the physical act of cleaning.
they dedicated their entire life to this country. You know, and it humbles you. There's no shortage of heroism that you witness carved in stone, just walking up and down these roads. It just makes you feel like you're doing the right thing for the people that didn't make it back.
After serving with valor, watching out for our nation's freedom, these brave souls now have dedicated comrades watching out for them. For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
And you can read more about this story and also watch our Memorial Day special on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. All right, the Knicks can tie their series with the Pacers tonight in Indiana. Jamie Stewart and Steve Popper look at what's next for New York.
Admitted Knicks fans, Game 3 in Indiana, second quarter, Knicks down 20. You thought this one was over. I did, but shame on me and shame on us because for an NBA record third time this postseason, the Knicks overcame a 20-point deficit to win. It's a 2-1 series, and we've got lots to talk about with Newsday's Steve Popper. Okay, Steve, first off, it was Jalen Brunson's worst game of the postseason, riddled with foul trouble. So Tom Thibodeau turns to Landry Shamet and DeLon Wright, and they come through with big minutes. How shocked were you? And is this a sign of an extended rotation?
Well, I think the second part first. I think some of it was forced by foul trouble, the way the game was going. Deuce McBride, who's normally would come in as a backup, 3 fouls in 82 seconds. Jalen was in foul trouble. Cam Payne has been struggling in the postseason, so they kind of pushed him out of there. I think it shows some adaptability on Thibodeau's part that they had to find a way. You're just trying to find bodies that are working in this series.
And you got to give props to Karl Anthony Towns. Indiana scored 20 points in the fourth. Towns matched that with 20 points in the quarter. If he gets it going, Pacers don't really have much of an answer to stop him, do they?
No, and look, if you can get this from Towns consistently, he's an all-NBA player. He was productive throughout the season, but inconsistent in the postseason. Look, Game 2, he was benched for a lot of the fourth quarter. Through 3 quarters on Sunday, he had 4 points, was not productive, was in foul trouble. But with Jalen Brunson on the bench with his own foul trouble, they needed someone to step forward, and he very aggressively did. I think that's the key, is if you can get him playing with that aggression, with Jalen Brunson, that two-headed monster is what's really tough to beat.
So Game 4 is Tuesday night. Knicks look to even the series. No team in NBA history has lost the first 2 home games of a conference final and come back to win that series. What should we expect, and which should be a wild Game 4?
So when there's a historic collapse in Game 1, when there's a historic series of comebacks, who's to say that they can't be the first team to come back from losing the first 2 at home?
All right, great job, Steve. Thanks so much. Enjoy the game. And no matter what happens Tuesday, the Knicks get to drag the Pacers back to the Garden for at least one more game, Game 5, Thursday night at MSG. For Newsday TV, I'm Jamie Stewart.
I love the game of baseball, and I love working for the Long Island Ducks.
John Kessler has been ushering the aisles of the Long Island Ducks ballpark since 2001. But for him, this isn't work, it's something more.
I don't like to use job and the Ducks in the same sentence because it's not. Look at you, no jacket. It's a beautiful night out.
If you're sitting in sections 100, 104, or 106 here at the ballpark, chances are you'll meet Kessler. But trust me, he's not just going to show you to your seat, but don't take my word for it. Let's hear from the fan favorites.
A lot of people like him, really. He talks to everybody. I mean, he has our phone number. He calls. Yeah, we'll keep in touch.
He is just such a happy, fun guy, and he just loves kids, and he just really gets to everybody happy.
You want to go where everybody knows your name, and John knows everybody's name.
I've been to a few of their weddings. That's how close I get with the people.
Do you have 4 people coming?
I don't, it's just 2 of us.
Okay, then I'm going to sit you in the front row.
I like helping people. I'm in the West Islip Fire Department for 47 years. I used to go from there right to here.
He retired from the firehouse 2 years ago, but Kessler plans to stay with the Ducks
forever. Yeah, they're not getting rid of me. I love being here. They always ask me to come back, and I'm very proud of that.
From Central Islip, I'm Carissa Kelman for Newsday TV.
Seems like a great guy. You can read more about him on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. You can see more on these stories on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and all the other streaming services that you see here. I'm Macy Eglund. Thanks for watching.